where do you go when you gotta go in Toronto? An advocacy group says Toronto lags far behind other international cities in terms of access to public washrooms, especially in the winter.
For most people in the city, they are not within a 5 to 10 minute walking distance from a public washroom, as is recommended by best practices.
Jessie Yee leads the Toronto Public Space Committee's Washroom Subcommittee, a volunteer-run collective that advocates for the improvement of public spaces.
The pandemic kind of really sparked a realization that the city has a deficit of public washrooms.
In 2021, the committee published a report detailing that deficit. Currently, for a population of more than 3 million people, the City of Toronto has between 620 to 750 public washrooms available in parks, recreation centres, civic centres and other public spaces, depending on the time of year. During the winter, it's towards the lower end of that range, as many park washrooms are closed for the season.
Many of these buildings are as old as 70, 80 years old. And they generally lack insulated plumbing, sufficient electrical heating.
City of Toronto spokesperson Russell Baker says the city has been making progress in winterizing park washrooms.
There is work underway. The city's Parks, Forestry and Recreation Division is advancing work in this area, and that's called a washroom enhancement program. This was approved by council in 2021.
Back then, only 17 of the 187 standalone washrooms maintained by the department were open year-round. Just over 2 years later, 44 more have been enhanced and winterized for a total of 61. But Yee says that it's not enough for just one city department to work on improvement plans.
It's really important that a city like Toronto have a wider washroom strategy or washroom plan that encompasses more departments in the city. It shouldn't just be on the Parks Department. Many other departments have a stake in this, for example, economic development, public health, culture.
She says that's because access to washrooms or lack thereof has an impact on quality of life. It affects who can move freely through a city and can add barriers for marginalized or vulnerable populations.
Public washrooms are important for the elderly, those with chronic illnesses, families with young children as well. If we don't have enough, people will find other places to go, and that makes it worse for health, for safety, and just human rights and human dignity. When you need to go, you want to find a safe and accessible place that allows you to do what you need to do.
And for a list of public washrooms open in the winter, you can go to our website, citynews.ca. For City News, I'm Dilshad Burman.